by transactions. They've ordered the appraisal. Who goes and opens the door for the appraiser? Like,
The person on contact. Normally, appraisers have their own key box, their e key, and so they're going to call and they'll say, "Hey, we're going to be out here going to do an appraisal. Is the house vacant or is it occupied?" And there's a key box on the door, and you say, "Yep, it's a key box on the door. Go right ahead." Or if it's occupied, make arrangements and let them in.
but you don't have to be present. I thought you needed
No,
to be present.
nope, nope, nope. All right. Okay. Cool. Any thoughts? Sales development. Okay. How many people are here are doing any social media marketing? A little
Uh,
bit.
I had a lead, and that was the person who put in the
Okay,
mutual.
that should be everybody. Okay, the answer should be everybody to some degree. To some degree, some do a lot more, some do a little bit, but to some degree, we need to make you should make your branding known, letting your fans, your audience, uh, people that know, like, and love you, reminding them through video or through still images that you are engaged in a real estate practice and enjoying it. That's important. But there are other times when you're not necessarily just doing branding, you are requesting business, uh, referral business. There's other areas in social media branding where you are requesting um, feedback or customer reviews. You're sharing that info. Anyways, there's a lot that you are should be and can be doing with social media, but that's not necessarily what I wanted to be discussing. What I was thinking about this morning is what do you do to get them from online to offline, where you actually create a conversion, where you're actually converting them, where you take the conversation off of the text message, off of a email, off of a social media reply through a stream, a thread, a communication thread, or through Facebook Instant Messenger, or from LinkedIn, or from Twitter, or whatever form that you're using. There's a reply of some sort. So what are you doing to get and move that conversation from an online to offline to conversion to client to close?
So you call them first off. So sometimes you just go, hey, it's so much easier just to chat about your needs, right? So you
Yeah.
just reach out and call them rather than texting back and forth or whatever.
Okay.
And then you try to set up an appointment.
Okay. So exactly. Um, Fundamentally, absolutely yes. Is there's another step in there that I want to reinforce, and I miss this step myself as well. Is and Marie probably had already had this in mind anyways when she said that, is you put them into a CRM immediately. Immediately. Put them into your CRM. Uh, the best CRM I found, you got, this is going to be shocking to everybody, so hold on a second. I found the best CRM for you. Every single one of you. Celine, Marie, Team Scott, Michael, Douglas, myself. The best CRM for you is the one that you use. That's sort of a smart ass thing to say, but it's true. There are many different CRMs. The one that works is the one that you use, and so I would encourage you, and I have to remind myself constantly because we run at a very fast rate, a very fast rate. Most of us do, and all of us do, for that matter. Is I have to remember to take that because I'll write down a note and then I will put it somewhere on a sticky note or on the back of an MLS printout. I've been known for that. I got an MLS printout on my desk, and I get somebody to call. I'll put their name, I'll write that down, and I'll give them a call, and I'll write a note. And then I'm like, oh shit, I was going to call that person back. And then I'm in my garbage can right by my desk, going through papers I've wrinkled up, and I find it. I'm like, oh, thank God. you know. And I'm probably the only person that has done that. So
No, you're not.
I knew it. The rest of you are just lying. Okay, thanks, Marie. So
I just
the
didn't
idea.
want to admit to it.
Well, okay, there. Okay, you're all healed. Okay, so the best thing to do is looks like Jose's got some work ahead of him today.
Jose ends up with all those leads we throw in the garbage, right?
Yeah, you know what? That's not
You
you.
know,
You
I actually tape them up when I put them in the shredder, you know? So I'm just like, oh, gosh.
so the um from off from offline, even if they're friends, and you may even have them already stored in your CRM, is to you know create a calm log, communicate. That's a communication log, obviously. Start a communication log, put them in, set the next task, and so your system will remind you as you so you can set it and forget it, and then not have to try to remember or go through your garbage later. Big thing. It's going to help your conversion and also inspire you to do more of social media, not just Facebook, obviously Facebook, but other forms of social media marketing or whatever it may be. To take that and then move it to an off. Same. It also same can also be said for open houses. What are you doing to take that and move it to the next point of conversation and the next point of follow up? Because the that's the second principle of running a successful real estate practice to the degree that you want to achieve your goals, and it's different for everybody. Success for some would be closing 8 transactions in a given year. Others, it could be 24 transactions in a given year. So no one is here to determine what success means from one to the next in terms of the goals. But whatever it is, have some type of a business plan established and a system to complete it. It'll make your life easier. And so part of that success principle in your real estate practice is lead follow up. And we talk a lot about lead generation on these calls, and that's fantastic because without that, nothing else happens. Um, the pain and the effort it takes is the price tag towards that success. And so once you have that lead, okay, what do you do with it? Lead follow up. That's a second big component. And having a CRM and one that you use, that is very important to begin to move forward so you can enjoy that process to do 8 transactions and find it more enjoyable to do the 24. Has anybody been successful? And I know this is going to be for anybody. So, has anyone been successful in taking somebody from an online lead source? And this can be through email, this could be through text, this could be through Facebook, this could be through any form of online lead generation where you've reached out or they've reached out to you, and then you've taken it from an online to an offline to to a consultation to contract to close.
Yes.
Tell me about it.
I ran an ad on Facebook.
Okay.
First time home buyer. Flipped them to Kevin, got them pre-approved for $230,000. Started looking at properties. Found a property in Chehalis. I flipped them to a Chehalis broker.
Okay, got it. I'm gonna stop right there. I'm gonna go back and I'm gonna ask you, I'm gonna analyze a little bit about this. And this may help the rest of us. When they reached you initially, through what form was it?
It was from a Facebook ad, and it was
Okay.
instant message.
So hold on a second, Doug. Did they instant message you, or did they reply in a news feed?
They replied to an ad, which it isn't necessarily Messenger. It came through the ad portal.
Okay, so they replied to an ad. Now, did you reply back to them through that same process?
Yes.
Okay, and did they exchange information, uh, contact information, email, and phone number through that?
Yes.
Okay, and then after that point in time, you put the information on a piece of paper and you made the phone call.
Right. I called the guy. Yeah,
Okay,
and
okay,
he was finally pre-approved. Yeah.
okay. At any point, did you put them in a CRM?
No.
Okay, are they in a CRM now?
No.
Okay, after this call, you should put them in a CRM. They're going to be your past client. It'd be great to have a little communication log, and then after the sale, you're going to have that running communication, and then you'll have that customer for life to cultivate, to get referrals, to stay in contact, to send out the monthly e-newsletter, and then to help remind you to send a handwritten note every year on their closing anniversary. So I would strongly encourage you to move them into a CRM. Great story. Because as your business begins to grow and compound, it's going to become that much more difficult to keep track of all these different groups of people as your business grows. Because this CRM, I'm going to I have to do this for myself as well. Um, so you're hearing me preach to myself, and I'm taking my own medicine. In the future, you're going to be in very, very strong competition, not with other brokers, but you're going to be in strong competition against big tech. They're going to do everything they can to separate the relationship between you and your customer, and they have billions of dollars and tons of experience and the ability to create a division in that relationship. So I would encourage, for the next 3 to 5 years to really strongly cultivate your CRMs.
So, Todd, what have you found to be a good CRM?
I'm going to be a smart ass.
Uh-oh, the one you use. No, I know, but
Yeah. Um, there are, for me, I like simple. Um, there are CRMs out there that are very complex. Top Producers, one that's very complex that has all the bells and whistles. I don't need bells and whistles. I just need a bell and a whistle. Just one bell, one whistle. Here I am. Can you still hear me? Here I am. Can you still hear me? And so, um, the One Suite provides a lot of great stuff that is real simple to use,
okay.
and like anything else, the first time you get behind a manual transmission, there's a lot of like three pedals, a steering wheel, and a stick shift, windshield, and there's a lot, and it's a real confusing. But once get that clutch down, it becomes second nature, and new things are just new things, and it takes a little bit of time.
Okay.
So the One Suite is a CRM that's provided for you through our Realty One group through Sync, and it's a really decent free option. Really, really decent. Has excellent reports actually that make you. I mean, I've seen some of Jose's stuff. It makes him look really good. And tell you what, that's a lot of work to do that. Woo! But there's many
Tom,
others.
you're having fun today, huh?
There's many others. There's many others out there. Exact Contact is one that I've used in the past. It's pretty easy, but the functionality of all of them are essentially the same. You add a contact, you set a campaign, you create reminders, and you put them into groups.
Sure. Okay, thank
That
you.
that boils it down to the basics.
I like using OneSuite because I'm already paying for it, so why not?
Yeah, you are.
And then what I like about One U is you can actually learn a lot from one suite. You just look up one suite, and there's a lot of tutorials in there and how to create campaigns and all that. I always, when I have a question, I always look it up on one U, and it always answers my question on how to group your leads and everything else, and how to set reminders. And what I like is the activity log. You can put in as soon as you contact that lead, so you know when you contacted them. You send a text or something like that. It does it of the day of when you write a note. It's pretty cool.
Yep. Yep. I mean, you are all entrepreneurs, and we're all entrepreneurs together. And we like our ano- anonymity, okay? And we like that freedom and not having to be bothered, but also working together as um, a competitive collaboration. So, in other words, we are competing, but we're also collaborating, and this is what really brings us and binds us together in unity to grow each other. So that's what I really enjoy. And so the CRM, a big component to your business. Um, I don't have regrets, but one of the things I would have changed early in my career was to have a coach constantly, constantly bang that drum of CRM. Um, but this is where I'm at, and this is where you're at, and I will never not stop talking about it. It's that important, particularly now with big tech coming into the real estate industry.
I would totally second your statement. Early on, I didn't leverage my CRM as much as I should have in my career, and after the light went on, am I a pro at it? By no means, but I have made a concerted effort of doing some kind of a newsletter, some kind of social media. I have my business page, creating my own eco community under Team Scott Homes. Um, and I'm sitting here in Arizona. In the last 90 days, I got 4 transactions going on. And I've got 2 listings coming on board early next year. When you've already got a clientele, I'm telling you, the power of referrals and repeat business out of that CRM, matched along with your lead generation that you're doing, your activities that you're doing, and loading it up to feed the pipeline even more. It will just feed off itself, and you'll be sitting in some tropical area doing transactions as well in the long run. Do it now.
Yeah, your goal is to have a tan line year round. I get it.
Straight up.
Well, and remember, most agents never reach out to their clients after they close.
Absolutely correct.
Doing anything is going to be good for your business. Your clients will remember you.
One thing I like to do is add them on social media, like on Snapchat, Instagram, or any of that. So I add them there if they have anything social media wise.
Mm-hmm.
87% of all buyers say they use their agent again, but
If they heard from
26%
them.
actually do because they lose communication.
I have talking about databases, and one of the things that I do every year is I write a handwritten note to a list of people that I have, my super secret, super sauce people, and I never know if I'm going to get anything back out of them, but I know that they receive it. And I got a call last week. Todd, my father died on Tuesday, and he has a place that he's owned since 1975 on East Lake Shore Drive in Martha Lake. That's the good side of the lake. um, and we want you to sell it.
Moses Lake or Martha Lake?
Martha Lake in Linwood.
Okay. East Lake Shore.
Yeah. East Shore Lake Drive. And those are the calls you just, wow. And so I went out there, brought Rochelle, we did the walkthrough and da da da. And she was like, Todd, you know what? I so much appreciate getting that handwritten card every year from you. on our home anniversary. That is such a nice thought that you do that. Do you do that for everybody? I'm like, no, just the special people. Because I don't have, I mean, honestly, that's the truth. And, I can't do that for everybody, but I do it for the special people that I'm grateful for. And she goes, well, don't stop, just keep it going. And that's just like, wow, okay, whew, what a reminder. Just simple things like that. It will bind the relationship and keep you together versus having them go to big tech, which will be entering the industry. They already have, and it's going to get bigger and stronger in the next few years. And you're going to start to see commissions decrease some more. That's what's coming up the pipe.
And the other thing is too, it's a personal touch. Redfin sends out blanket emails with houses, but there's no personal touch there. Where if you send a holiday card and hey, I'm thinking about you, that really,
Yes.
and especially handwritten holiday cards are well worth the time. It's the same as sending them a yearly card just to let them know you're thinking of them.
It's going to sound like I'm picking on somebody right now, but I'm not. It's when I start getting holiday cards, and you're going to start getting holiday cards as well. I'll receive card A and card B. Card B was written and sent. Card A was send out cards.
Put a
I'm
note
not
in
gonna,
there. Yeah.
I'm not going to say anything else.
It's funny you should say that because I received a card from some friends, and all it was, I opened an envelope, and it was a card with their family, Christmas picture, but nothing on the back. No personalization at all. And kind of the same subliminal message. Take the time to put a little personal note. Because I went at Christmas, that card was like, man, can you not have wrote love something, handwritten something? It just kind of went through my mind thinking that.
No, I don't mind. I'm thankful that somebody is thinking of me and would think of me to send me even a send out card. The these the autograph did the digital autographed written handwritten digital autograph cards. I'm thankful that someone would think of me to pay for that service. Um, and I'm grateful, but I'm much more grateful when I see a handwritten envelope with a real stamp, with maybe just a want to wish you a season greetings and Merry Christmas. I'm thankful for your business this continuing year. I want to wish you the very best 2022. Sarah.
So may I ask, Todd, is there specific handwritten notes that you write in, depending on like a 1 year anniversary, or let's say if somebody has been in your pipeline for a while, they're looking to buy or sell in the next probably 4 to 5 months. What do you write?
Okay, this is my little. Let me take my screen off for a second. I know this is probably. I can't really get it. I don't know how to. Oh, wait a minute. Maybe it's right over here. Okay. So this is a little packet that I have put together for handwritten notes. Oh, this is really high tech. Okay. There's stamps in here. There's business cards in here. And believe it or not, this is going to come as a shock. There's gold and black stars. I don't know why I picked gold and black, but okay. And also inside this pack, gold and black thanks. Absolutely blank on the inside. Yep. And so I just keep this little pack all together in one spot in a Ziploc baggie, and I'll write 2 to 3 handwritten notes during my hour of power. And the notes are real simple and generic. And sometimes it's the same note written 3 or 4 different times, depending upon my audience and who it's written to. And so if you're writing a bunch of notes, your fingers will get tired. This starting tomorrow, I'm going to hand write about 225 handwritten notes. But these are people that are special to me in my database that I've done business with before. That you know, and so I just take a calculator because I like that, and I want to get them all out before the 21st. So that's about 10 a day.
Well, and also too, Jose, there's like different little books and things. Like I have the right words for any occasion little book. And
Ooh.
so if I'm drawing a blank, I can open it up to, sympathy or, get well or thinking of you. And it just kind of jogs my thought process. Sometimes it just takes just a little jog of your thought process to come up with something that's appropriate.
No, I'm not going to store 220 notes in my little bag thing here. Okay. I keep this stock with about 20 greeting cards. I go to Fred Meyer's and I buy every single one of these black and gold thank you cards off their shelf. I mean, I'll grab like 4 stacks. And there must be some purchasing agent goes, why in the hell, every time that thing is stocked, the whole thing goes. Soon they're going to be stocking 2 rows of those. Just because, but I'll go and I'll just keep this stock. This is for not necessarily past clients, but these are for agents that I'm recruiting, customers that stand out, that do something really nice, or I want to give a note of appreciation to. Everyone loves getting something handwritten to them. It means a lot.
Very, very powerful.
So going back, we do a lot of social media marketing, and the most effective way is to get that online conversation offline as soon as possible. Simply what Doug did. Get that conversation offline. Marie mentioned it first. Make that phone call. Maybe connect with an email, but get that phone call, create that connection, get that appointment, get that consultation, get that contract, get that deal closed. In the very early part, try to put that into your CRM. Yeah, great. Yeah, Marie knows this. The Lonas Group made me some really nice cards one time too.
Yeah, I've got my cards all printed out. I just need to put a Realty One sticker on the back.
Yep.
But they're personalized, right? And but you can pick anything you want. You can buy a stack of any kind of cards that you like. Just get them out.
I like the touch of the gold stars. I'm gonna throw those in there. I always throw in a business card. I never send out a card without a business card.
Yeah. Yep. Awesome. It is 9 o'clock. It's time for me to get on the phones and make some magic.
Thanks, you guys.
Thank you.
Have a wonderful day.